we started to get into something earlier, and I was like, I want to save this for a little bit after the break. People that have been following me for a bit, watching podcasts or whatever, you know that this has been a rough winter financially. I've talked to you guys about it.
Yeah.
I told you just before. I haven't told McTighe this. I wanted to, but it was just like I didn't want to explain this shit twice. So I definitely bit off more than I could chew because it was, what did I take on, a 45 fucking minute commute for my job? And then in winter it fucking,
That's fun.
The financial aspect, I was working part-time before. I signed on to this lease thinking I could make it work. I really did, that I'm a tad optimistic sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm too optimistic.
Lions fan.
That's what it is.
You're born a Lions fan.
Born a Lions fan, man. So essentially, and I'm getting evicted from this place, there is a silver lining to this, several silver linings to this. One, if I can be out in 7 days, it's not going to affect my credit. It's going to be, my past rent is going to be forgiven. I've been pretty straight with this guy that I'm renting from, and he has been nothing but like understanding. I'm like, dude, I'm basically like bleeding money financing this podcast and trying to really consider this job too.
Yeah.
I tried all fucking winter to get a part-time job doing Indeed
anything,
things, right? The restaurant business. They're like the only days I could work that I can't devote to Turtle Creek, like bar and restaurant aren't hiring those days because it's slow. It's a Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. You know what I mean?
All of them are letting their people off those
right.
days.
Those days are closed a lot of times in this area. There's so many fucking businesses that are closed like 2 days a week now.
Yeah.
And like all sorts of like Indeed online shit to Meijer and grocery stores and no fucking responses whatsoever.
Nothing, huh?
Like 20.
Oh.
So I mean, I tried to get a part-time job, and after like almost all winter of probably halfway into the winter, I'm just like, fuck it, I gotta fucking work on this thing too. I'm just like, I'm going to make it work as much as possible with this part-time job.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not too slow. Hopefully I can make it work. And it just, again, just bleeding fucking money.
That's no good.
So the silver lining, is it's not going to, if I can be out in 7 days, which I will be.
From now?
From now.
Literally it's already happening?
It'll be a week from today. I'll be out of here.
Oh.
It'll be
Did
done.
you just find that out today?
I found that out Saturday.
Oh.
We already had this podcast scheduled. I didn't want to break it down, and I wanted to have the last one be with the boy in the thing, you know what I mean? So tomorrow I'll start breaking it down. Tomorrow I'm actually going to do a Patreon reaction marathon just so I can, because I have those people to think about as well that are signing up that like pay to hear me fucking talk. It's weird, I know.
You're the Jerry Lewis of podcasting.
Why the Jerry Lewis?
Just doing the marathon.
Huh?
Do you remember the old Labor Day marathon or like the telethon? And it'd just be like Jerry Lewis and a bunch of celebrities, and the whole thing is call now and donate.
Yeah, but I don't want. Well, I hate to like.
I'll never walk alone.
I hate the idea so much of being like, donate money now to get me out of the thing. But I mean, I understand. It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm making jokes because it seriously is concerning. You're like, I got a week and I'm out.
No, here's the thing. Moving in here was a very rash decision. I realize this. I'm all about owning whatever it is that I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's like there's no way I'm going to like not talk about this when people fucking watch, and then all of a sudden you're in a different setting and there's no like explanation. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I try to own everything I do. It was a bad fucking move coming here. The reason I moved in here was a rash decision because I was in my parents' before. Mm-hmm. Staying with them after the lease collapsed on me. You're in Traverse City. There's no fucking way you're affording a place on the money that I was making at the one job I had.
Right.
So I was just like, the living with my parents thing was really fucking pissing me off. As a fucking 47-year-old man, just about, you're like, God damn it.
You're all set in your ways by that. Like, you're clearly set in your ways, and like your parents, same difference. So, and those ways maybe aren't the same ways.
It's not even that necessarily. It was just you're just a grown man.
That too,
you know what I mean? And it's just, yeah, there was not, the podcast was not ideal, and I wanted to get that too. So I was just like, I got to find a place.
Yeah.
Found it, boom. And I'm just like, fuck it, let's do it and wing it and see what happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not always the best move. So I like to just acknowledge that, there's, I like to own that aspect of a fucking up,
You came here and this place is cool. That's too bad. That's too bad that it's got to be.
I like it enough for the podcast, but I wanted to get out of here, which is another silver lining, because I was going to get out of this lease. I was just trying to fucking keep it together long enough to get out of here and get back close. You know what I mean? I just couldn't string it off. I tried to pay as much as I could. This is the first day I was like 30 days late. Was the first time I was 30 days late was like a couple days ago, and he hit me with the eviction.
Oh, man.
And I was just like, fuck, all right. But, like last time when I had to move and I talked shit about the landlord, I'm not going to do that in this case because it's a totally different scenario. This is my fuck up. This is not the same thing.
Right.
I just like to own that, So I'm looking at buying a place. So I'll be staying with my parents again. And this time I have a way different perspective on it. It's not fucking, it doesn't feel like a failure the way that moving in with them did the first time. It just feels like a hurdle because of a dumb move you made.
Yeah.
Moving in with my parents was, the lease getting pulled out from under you is not under your control.
No.
You didn't have anything. You were in a spot, you were good.
Yeah, you could afford this, and then it was like, hey, you want to keep living here? 3 times the amount.
Right.
Basically.
Right. If you wanted to, exactly. So going to be looking at buying a place. I'm going to stay with my parents again and embrace that a little more. I have a remote studio I'm going to set up in Brother Levi's extra place, or an extra room in his place, and just go there and do the work, man, and do the podcast. That's still going to happen. So, that's a fucking thing, man.
You got the return of the Metallica-thon here a couple weeks ago.
Honestly, dude,
So
that was a fucking highlight.
good.
That was a fucking highlight.
Yeah.
That was such, and that things like that make things like this better, because I fucking tell you this, dude, so much for all the moves I've made in life, just like life-changing decisions about a career move, trying to get into radio. There's a lot of like similarities with getting into radio and doing this podcast shit and just trying to keep it going. You're struggling. Fucking, I was so poor when I started the radio station because you're getting paid $18,000 a year. You know what I mean? We're talking poverty like that's real, but you fucking stick to it. And it starts building up a little bit from there.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was saying again. But I mean,
Just moving out of here. It's like you look at all
McTighe calls it, it's called What the Hell Everything because you have temporary Alzheimer's every episode. It's just a fucking thing, man. I don't know what to tell you.
temporary.
But things like the Metallica-thon and just things like that, dude, are so encouraging because I've put so much time and effort and thought into doing these things, and I'm getting better. Like,
This is so streamlined.
I didn't have technological catastrophes in something dictate my mood. I didn't fuck up for the entire 12 hours. That's the way I put it. I didn't fuck one thing up in 12 hours. It was like out of my control YouTube stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't you. It was their system.
Right. And I took such a win from that. Such an encouraging thing, dude. And just the way people have I still have a relatively small number of like patrons and things like that. I'm still getting a relative small response for like podcast things, but it is going up, and you're seeing encouragement, and you're seeing that your fucking vision is working, and the things you left radio to do are possible and fucking probable. That things like this fucking dick punch don't fucking it doesn't fucking damage me.
No,
you know what I mean?
Moving on to the next step. And eventually, yeah, you're going to be going through all that crap, and then you'll be on the flight, and you'll be like going to Ireland and just thinking that time period, like while you're flying over the ocean, going, all right, I guess I did something.
I wonder how many people that we know in radio or what have you think what I'm doing is stupid.
I think a lot of them think it.
I think a lot of them think it
stupid or crazy at the very least. You know, you got other people that are supportive, but I think it scares people that are hardcore. That's been their career and they're into radio and have been doing it for however long. If more people like you are successful doing this thing, it's just another like cut in the radio business. It's just, you know, there's not much more to cut. You know.
Yeah, and I want to like gauge successful too. You know what I mean? Like what I don't know what people would consider successful. I don't even really know if I would know what I would consider successful with this venture. Like I want to accomplish the goal, which is to do the Ireland thing, and then we'll see from there. That was kind of the vibe when we started. Now, I have all kinds of grand visions of what I would like to do if it succeeds and to keep going and doing different seasons and shit.
Right.
But to me, successful is getting that done.
Mm-hmm.
The other goal was to make this podcast financially feasible as well, so I didn't have to do the full-time job. We'll see, man. You know,
sounds like success.
But
once you
I
get to that
am
point.
making money, you know, on it. It's a small amount right now. It's clearly not enough for me to quit a full-time job.
Right.
That like I'm honestly in the best position I've ever been in a long time outside of this fucking housing situation that I find myself in at the moment.
Yeah, and the area doesn't lend itself to making that easy. You
No.
know? But I think, yeah, you're definitely on the right path. The tiny goals, like you set your tiny goals and go, this is how I'm successful in this little bit. Like that's how I approach it. Like I did a thing. I haven't done it in some months now, but I was doing voiceover, little jobs, a few bucks here and there. And I remember being like, whoa, I made $100. Like I made $100 saying words that somebody else typed up. And I was like, success. I did it. And I mean, I just haven't followed along with it. I've got busy with all kinds of other crap, but I mean, that'll come back eventually. And then there'll be a new mini goal.
That's the thing,
that
dude.
Success.
I honestly, the fact right now, I have 38 patrons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have just over 2,000 subscribers. You know,
that's huge.
There are people that comment that they fucking love this shit. You know, when I drop like a fucking like a Biffy Clyro fucking, which you fucking fuckfaces call Buffy Cyclops, like assholes all the time to me. When I drop that shit on Patreon, motherfuckers are like, fuck yeah, dude, I've been waiting for this shit for 2 weeks kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit to me is successful.
2,000 subscribers. I mean, you've got literally 2,000 more than I got. So, I mean, that's huge. I mean, it's true.
My name's Tim, and I work at a credit union, and I can't math.
I have 0 followers, 0 subscribers. Hey, you've got 2,000 more. No, and I can't math.
But, I mean, you know, fucking... it just takes, and I was talking about people doing podcasts and shit. It just takes fucking just doing it and keep doing it.
That's the difference is just, you know, the stupid housing stuff happens and you just keep doing the thing. You find a way to keep doing the thing.
What the hell? Everything!